review.com, man. It's Jammin with J Money. I know what's up. I'm J Money. That's my guy, Junior Browne. If y'all can hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you guys like the content. We know it's no real game starting yet, but we just talk about the scrimmages. Happy for NBA to be back. Obviously, we got to get back in the groove, man. So had some scrimmages yesterday. We got 5 of them today starting. One of them was starting in an hour. The Lakers versus Magic. That's why we just went on a little earlier today. We got 5 games, a whole slate of games today, man. So even though it's scrimmages, there's still a lot out there to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got some good games today. Junior, what's up with you, brother? Everything good with you? Hey, my guy Junior, he say he had to go to a little party last night, man. I feel you do what you gotta do, brother. Like I still here though, man. I commend you. You still here early in the morning. What's up, Junior? Everything good with you?
Yeah. Got home at 5:30 this morning, but there's work to be done, games to be handicapped, previews to give out. So shout out to my boy Fitty for his birthday. Happy birthday! Let's get it started. Let's go.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it, man. A couple of them games came real close yesterday, Junior. A couple of them games came real close. I want us guys in the chat real quick. Eric Chain say he can't imagine waging on scrimmages. Hey, man, you never know. People debate on worse things, man. Worse things. Got Eric here, Richard, man. What's up? What's up, man? Not many people in here yet, but you know what I'm saying. Probably didn't think we was going on Saturday, but we still here, babe. We still here, going Monday through Saturday for the rest of the season. As long as NBA games, we will be on here, man. So that Memphis game was an intriguing game, Junior. They was getting smacked at the gate. I'm talking about the starters. They couldn't hold up with the 76 starters. Obviously, in the third quarter, you know what I'm saying, that's why we see a lot of teams start to make the comeback. Memphis outscored them 34-18, made it a close game there in the second half there, Junior. Actually, I remember it was sitting around, the line was around 5.5, 6. They almost came in backdoor coverage. That's crazy. Philly almost pissed away that, 25-point lead that they had. That was pretty crazy, but they still end up getting a cover 90-83. Did you see anything in that game or watch some highlights in there? What you think? That Philly looked pretty good there in the first half on a neutral site, Junior?
Yeah, Memphis should be a little bit concerned if I'm being honest, because you mentioned the comeback. Joel Embiid didn't play in the second half, and Memphis kept their starters on the floor, or their top 8, let's just call it, on the floor a lot longer than Philadelphia did. So that helped them come back. Um, Again, you don't want to overreact to one game. Memphis is a young team, so hopefully they get it together. But they didn't look good offensively. That being said, the 76ers are one of the best defensive teams in the league when they play up to their potential. So I don't want to take too much of that. I will say that Ben Simmons is a point forward. Playing in the high post is his future. That's the position where he plays best. He can pass shooters. He can get it and beat down low. He's one dribble away from the basket, which is that's his wheelhouse, right? Outside of one dribble from the basket, he's not really doing too much offensively. So I think Ben Simmons in the high post is going to be really, really interesting come playoff time, because I can see that line. Like, that's old school. That's from my era, Jay. I know you're a little bit younger. The high low, that's early 2000s basketball right there, man. So I remember I was a big Sacramento Kings fan. Not to say I don't bandwagon on hop on teams, but I'm a Fab Five guy. I'm older. I like Michigan. I'm still a Michigan fan to this day, so I follow Chris Webber's career, and the high low that him and Vlade Divac used to run, that was the best offense in the NBA in that era. They took the Lakers to 7 games. Really, the only team that challenged that Lakers Kobe Shaq dynasty like that. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but I just think the high low with Ben Simmons as the high guy, that could have a lot of potential. What do you think about that?
Exactly, and that makes a lot of sense too. I mean, that's where it comes into coaching for me, and it's really part of the reason why I don't really respect the 76. I mean, why should it take you this long to see how to use Ben Simmons? I mean, how long has he been there? 2 years now. I mean, come on now, y'all been a good team, but couldn't get over the hump in the playoffs. If they had a good coach, in my opinion, they would have been and realized put Ben Simmons at the 3 or 4. I mean, have some, but that's the thing, Junior. They don't really have a point guard. That's why they were forcing Ben Simmons to be a point guard, but in my opinion, he's not you can't force it, man. You can have Josh Richardson at the point guard. You're gonna have to. I mean, I don't know who they're gonna have at the backup. They lost Trey Burke. I think he was kind of running the backup point pretty well for him. But I mean, if you coach over there, I feel like you should have been. It's not something new. Oh, we're gonna do this year. Like, I mean, that guy's a joke over there, man. You guys are not, in my opinion, and there's some jokes for keeping him around, in my opinion. But hey, that's them, man. If they want to win a championship, go get you a real coach, man. In my opinion, you could keep playing the little games, having a good regular season if you want. But I've gone on and on about the 76ers. Shout out to Abdul though, man. My guy say I'm being released soon, dog. We talking 6 weeks. Me and my homie love your show. He say he's watching from correctional. We appreciate you doing. Hey, put everybody in there. You know what I'm saying? That's probably like one guy got on, but everybody watching, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Y'all stay safe. Wear them face masks, all that good stuff. What's up, Lucky Luciano RW? But yeah, the 76ers, I must say, they came out there and smacked them, boy. I'm talking about pretty quick. I looked at the phone, Junior. I'm like, boy, that one getting out of hand quick. Then I see Memphis almost creeping in there. So, hey, if the guys that had Memphis, I'm sure they was hoping for their comeback there. That was pretty crazy. 90-83, they don't end up getting it done. 76ers barely get to cover, man. And so the next game, OKC versus Boston. I can't say I was one. I was thinking that Boston was going to get them. I could tell early on Jason Tatum was like 1 for 4, 1 for 5 pretty early on. I could tell they just weren't in the group. The rest of the team was, but Tatum had a pretty slow start. Adams was balling out there. He was the team. He was the high scorer for them. 17 points. Shea Alexander. You know he got a tough name. We're gonna call him SGA, man, because that's too much. Longest last name in history, bro. Come on, man.
I'm not feeling the hyphen last name, son. Your last name is your dad's name, son.
Right, exactly.
Get out of here.
Take your daddy last name, man. What's up with all that hype? Man, look here, SGA. Nah, the boy was out there balling though, and I hate that. He's a younger guy, so okay, see, they're gonna let him play, you know what I'm saying, on into the third quarter or whatever. But Boston, they had some pretty young guys, but they were pretty much just throwing out the, you know what I'm saying, just pretty much just mixing up the lineup. They weren't really worried about yesterday's game, but I still thought OKC came out there. They came out there and played a good game, man. Won by 14 points. Did you see anything in the box score that stood out to you, that one, Junior?
Yeah, what's his name, man? Adams for the Thunder was eating.
He was balling.
He was going buffet style on the glass, son. Yeah. Celtics ain't got no big men, so that's going to be a problem because like you got to go through. You know, you got to go through the Bucks. You got to go through the Raptors. You might possibly have to go through the Sixers, and you ain't got nobody to stop a big man. It's going to be rough, bro. They need Kemba to come back. Not to say that solves their big man problems. They just need all their offensive firepower in order for them to get to the next level because they ain't going to get another big man at this point. And I know people are like, well, they got Enes Kanter. My guy, if you're not paying attention to the fact that Enes Kanter does not play any defense at this point in his career, then I don't know what to tell you, son, because – yeah, offensively, he'd get you some buckets, but they can't stop nobody down low. And I just think in the playoffs, that's going to be an issue. So we'll see. I want to keep my eye on Boston scrimmages moving forward just to see what's up with them.
Exactly. And no one played more than 18 minutes for the Celtics. Like I say, Jason Tatum and Marcus Smart both played 18 minutes. Tatum went 1 for 6, man. I mean, pretty rusty. That's my guy. He didn't look too well out there. Just 16% field goal percentage, man, in 18 minutes. They did spread out the minutes, you know what I'm saying, quite a bit. They do have Tice out there. He's the starting center. I saw Adams put a spin move on him so deadly. I had to turn the TV off, man. And, you know what I'm saying? He put that spin move on, spin to the baseline. I said, that's enough for that already. I don't even want to see no more of that game.
Hey, Jay.
Steven Adams not supposed to be moving like that on the baseline.
Jay.
Way they spin, boy, like Jordan when it dunk, boy, with nobody else around. It was unfair, man. It was unfair.
You hoop. If you're getting cooked by Steven Adams, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I mean, Tice isn't a bad defender. I mean,
He's
Adams must have been that boy been working on something. I mean, don't get it twisted. He's never been just a bad player, but that boy put that little shimmy on him, and Tice didn't. I'm talking about he didn't know where that boy had went. I turned the TV off. Boy lost him. Oh, he got him. But he got that boy real quick now, but. That was a nice move. Adams apparently been working, man. They've been working, but you're right. Tyson Cantor is probably not gonna get it done, especially over there in the East. Their guards, they're real guard heavy team. They're gonna have the ball. I mean, you have to do it with their guards, man. You have like Gordon Hayward sometimes running at the 4 stuff like that. So it's gonna be tough for him, man. It's gonna be tough. OKC definitely had the advantage yesterday. My guy in the chat say Raptors. He said Raptors yesterday was a lie. We talked about it. I mean, we say don't scrimmage games, Junior. I mean, here's the deal with a bet, man. It's a 50-50. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. You know what I'm saying? One side has to win, one side has to lose. So, I mean, the fact that you bet on a scrimmage, I mean, look for an edge. Yeah, obviously you could lose and be like, damn, why did I bet on a scrimmage? Then if you win, what if you look at one and you win, like the Raptors yesterday? I think we broke it down pretty nicely. We all pretty much said, hey, if there was a game to bet yesterday, it would be the Raptors. The boys pulled out in the fourth. It was a tiff and tag game, but they pulled out in the fourth quarter, 22-10, because they have the deeper bench, the better depth, like we talked about, Junior. What you seeing now? And Harden did come out and have 24 points. Him and Westbrook did what they do, but it wasn't enough. Actually, obviously, once them boys sat down, the rest of the boys they didn't have nothing for the Raptors bench.
Yeah, I feel like it's hard to know what I saw from Houston, so I'm just stick to what you just said. Westbrook looked pretty good. Harden looked pretty good. He was hitting some real deep step back threes, so he's looking like he's ready to go. It's kind of hard to understand what Houston's doing, though. I mean, they got Robert Covington playing like the five, and like I don't really know what to make of that. They're just going to really have to outshoot teams and force teams to play lineups that they don't want to play. That being said, the Raptors, like we predicted yesterday, just because they got such a deep team in the fourth quarter, they still had dudes that actually get regular season minutes playing until like the end of the game. So, you know what I mean? Like if we're talking just scrimmages and handicap and scrimmages, if y'all about to put money on exhibition games, then no, the teams that are going to play their rotation players the latest are probably the teams that are going to win these games. It's just common sense. So a team like the Raptors that goes like 10 deep, you know what I mean? Like in the fourth quarter, they got guys that play regular season games, whereas all the other teams, by the fourth quarter, Jay, if you watch these games, you don't even know who half the guys on the court are. So I just think that the Raptors are a pretty solid pick for these scrimmages.
Exactly, and that's basically what I'm saying. I mean, it's a scrimmage, but there's ways to have an educated guess on it. You know what I'm saying? There's ways to do your homework on it. You look at these beat writers, you look at the coaches. They saying who's going to play certain amount of minutes. You see who, you know what I'm saying, who might not play at all. So even though it's scrimmage, some of these teams really could be tipping their hand, in my opinion. And yeah, like you say, the Raptors got much better bench than the Rockets, man. So let's go ahead and get to today. What guys, you guys in the chat, man. Kusu Library. We got Christopher Terrell, triple C Dean to say Roberson came back for OKC. Yep, you're exactly right. After he got a little pause for saying Triple C. Let me get them lines. I know you got some lines for me. I have many up right now. Lotus Scalper. What's up? What's up, Jermel? Right? Yeah, you say starters playing limited minutes, so you gotta take teams with deeper bench.
AJ Money.
What's up? What's up, brother? What you got?
Somebody in the chat said, "Hey guys, talk totals too." If you watch this show, you don't want us talking totals, dog.
I'm glad you said that. We will start talking. We will start talking more totals, especially whenever the real games start. Right now, it's definitely real crazy, especially with the first games being the 40 minutes, and then now the second scrimmage. Each team's second scrimmage will be 48 minutes. So it's really a lot going on there with the total. You have a new environment, which is real. I know from college basketball, when teams are playing on a neutral site and it's not their home arena, they really can throw things off with their shot. So me personally, I mean, if I was ever staying off a total, it definitely would be now, especially with the rotation players minutes. Me personally, I mean, it's tough enough to bet on the side. So, I mean, we could talk about totals all day, but these scrimmages really some of you really more focused on side, in my opinion. But trust me, when we get down to the real games, man, July 30th, we're going to be breaking down every total, every side from every angle, man. I guarantee you, man. I guarantee you. No lines yet. Exactly, man. Exactly. What's up, Catch Caleb? Man, I'm surprised though, bro. The game started 45 minutes. I will tell you one thing, Junior. We're gonna get to this, talk about this Lakers and Magic team. Both teams, something interesting with some scrimmages. See who two teams that lost their first game. I mean, they just scrimmages, but these professional players, man, I'm telling you, they don't like losing. They don't like losing. Even though LeBron AD sat out the second half last game, they're gonna get the coach. They're gonna get closer to regular minutes today, like up to probably about 25, 26 minutes, somewhere around there. So he said they're gonna get closer to a regular run. I think the Lakers will probably try to maybe go for the win in this one, and then the last scrimmage. Let's see. You still good on the stream? Okay, cool. I'm just making sure, man. Junior, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, bro. I hope it wasn't mine, man. I hope it wasn't mine.
Yeah, yours froze up for a second.
I know that ain't cool, bro. It can't be happening, man. We got the best of the best. Hey, boys, owe me a gift card or something, man. Boys gonna owe me a gift card. But hey, and now, Junior, the Lakers, though, I'm thinking they possibly might be trying to go and win this game. Alex Caruso is going to be playing today, Junior. What you think about this game, Lakers versus Orlando?
Yeah, I think that for the Lakers, you just got to figure out who's taking these minutes, right? Because obviously Avery Bradley and Rondo are pieces around LeBron and AD. They're not the primary pieces, but you can't win the championship without all of your pieces clicking. And I just think that they need, I don't have the minutes in front of me, but you got to figure Avery Bradley's playing close to 30 minutes a game. Rondo's playing like 20 minutes a game. You got to replace those minutes. Somebody's got to step into the rotation. Is J.R. Smith the answer? I don't know. I don't really hate on J.R. Smith the way the general public does. And I feel like because his off the court activity really is what people focus on. J.R. Smith is one of the ultimate heat check dudes, right? When he's going, he'll give you 6, 7 threes, and when he's not going, just sit his ass down. So you might as well give J.R. Smith some minutes. I'm out on Dion Waiters. If he's good, fine. If he's not, why would I be surprised by that? They really need Quinn Cook and the Lakers people's champ Alex Caruso. We'll see what he got.
Exactly. So, I mean, just a little bit of inside info I have. As Caruso is going to play, and then the coach Bogle does say that LeBron and AD will play a little bit more closer to regular minutes. So, in my opinion, I think that's saying until like they will play some of the second half until they'll play like most of their players until it gets down to like the last the pretty much like maybe the last quarter. So that's as far as from what I'm reading, that's what I can see. The Magic, I know Isaac is not playing. I still need to see if Fultz is going to play. Not sure because Fultz didn't play in the last game. So in my opinion, I think he is questionable here. Isaac, I know for a fact, Clifford said that he's not going to play. We know that the Magic have really good defense. They do have trouble at scoring. In my opinion, the way I look at this game, you guys saying Lakers 6.5. The way I'm looking at it, I could only look the Lakers side, but I didn't think it would be 6.5. I mean, when you start thinking of laying points in these scrimmages, and then you almost saw a backdoor cover when the team was up 20-some points. So the Lakers could technically have a perfect first half, and then you never know the fourth quarter because, I mean, the Magic lost their first game as well. They're going to maybe try to use this one as a little dress rehearsal as well. Like I say, it'd be interesting to see if Fultz play. Maybe that 6.5 saying Fultz not playing. He doesn't play. I'll definitely tell you that the Lakers are going to smack the boys up. If so, then you'll probably see that line possibly come down. It's going to be pretty early, though. So this one's coming up at, what is it, 12 o'clock Eastern? Yeah, because it's 11 o'clock Central. So we should have a little bit more info right before the game. But I know the Lakers are looking like they want to try to go for a little dress rehearsal, from what I can read. And possibly it looks like if they go dress rehearsal this one, the next one probably won't play anybody. So that's it. Now, any thoughts on this one, Junior? Like, say if it was 6.5. Let's say Fultz is in. Let's say Fultz is out, Junior, and Lakers 6.5 here. When you had to make a pick, $300. What would you take?
I would actually kind of you'd probably be surprised, but I would lean towards taking the points. The only reason I say that though is because I was watching something this morning about with the Magic coach talking about the last couple of practices since the first scrimmage. They've been focusing on their defensive intensities and rotations and just doing what they do best. They're not an offensive team; they're a defensive team, and their defense was kind of slipping before the break. At the same time, their offense started kind of clicking a lot. So he was talking about more ball movement and quicker shots and quicker decisions. So I just feel like the Magic are pretty engaged and they're taking this really seriously. Not to say that the Lakers are not, but the Lakers just don't care about these games. I would actually probably take the Magic plus the points. But Markelle Fultz not playing does not make me want to do that at all. But that's just my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If Fultz not in there, in my opinion, I think that they're missing too much offense. I really think he's a big difference there. Like I said, the last game that they played in LA, they beat them. I'm not sure it's just scrimmage, but they did beat them this year. And AD didn't play. I went and looked back, AD didn't play because I'm like, what happened? Why they beat them 10.5-point favorites? Anthony Davis didn't play. He was the only player that didn't play. Did have Avery Bradley, but Davis was not in the game. We know that there could be a big difference. And obviously the Magic had Fultz. So we'll see. That was on the road as well, man. It's still regular season, but I still think that type of stuff takes account, man. I still think it do, baby. We'll see, man. We'll see. Like I say, these just scrimmages, man. We just seeing we just seeing, you know what I'm saying, what how these teams look, man. We're just seeing how they look, man. Lakers -6 seems good. That's what I'm saying, man. How are Jazz favorite? We're gonna get to that shit. We're gonna get to that. Next game, man. Let's say something about this Bucks and Kings, man. We need to see if Giannis gonna play. One of these games, Coach Budenholzer did say that he wasn't gonna play. So it's gonna be this, obviously, this one, or they only got 2 more games. So me personally, I'm not even looking much into it, man. What you guys think, man? I know the Bucks, they just be steamrolling guys without even trying. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks could come out there and smack. We'll get Junior back in and say under in Lakers game. Yeah, that could definitely be a good one. I mean, LeBron AD get more minutes, but you know the Magic, they can't score and they play really good defense. So you know that's not a bad what's called. What's the total on that game, Robert Johnson? If you have the total on that one. Obviously, we're gonna have somewhere around regular totals in this one, Junior, because these are 48-minute games, and so I told y'all about the totals. It'll be tough to know what you're seeing, man. But my guy say how Jazz favorite. So look, Junior, we on this Bucks and Kings game now. You think Giannis might rest this game?
No, I think he's gonna play. I probably think he probably played the first half. He looked like he was in like mid-season form in the first game, so I don't think he needs as many minutes as some of the other stars that we've seen. But the good news for the Bucks, they got Eric Bledsoe back, but I don't think he's gonna play today. So they're really only missing Connaughton from the rotation, but they're in championship mode, right? So they just need to get their players some reps, some shots up. And as for the Kings, I mean, we've said this many times on this show, one of the worst run organizations in the NBA. Now, De'Aaron Fox got an ankle problem. Bagley's out indefinitely. Harrison Barnes is coming back, but he's not playing. Rashad Holmes is Rashad Holmes leaving the bubble to go pick up Post-it notes and all types of foolishness. Like, who knows what's going on in Sacramento, son?
Hey, Rashad Holmes say he had to go get some chicken wings, man. Boy say, hey, forget all this. I need my hot wings, some lemon peppers, something, man. Y'all need to come bring some wings. Somebody gonna have to bring some chickens in here. I'll cook them myself. But hey, something. Yeah, boy, tripped out. Bucks total 226. Yeah, this Kings game, I mean, it's a lot of moving parts, man. So one thing, Junior Budenholzer did say one of the games that Giannis isn't gonna play. So it's either gonna be this one, that one. They're not totally sure yet. So it could be this one if they choose to. He just, hey, not, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we don't need to versus the Kings. We know that they got so many. The Bucks are so tricky because they could sit, you know what I'm saying, Giannis, and then them boys, they still the all-star team, Chris Middleton take over. They still got both the Lopez brothers. I mean, them boys got players like DiVincenzo who are they're just elevated than other players like this at his age. Boys, some ballers over there, man. You got players like Wesley Matthews, you know, veterans over there. The Kings are just, I'm not really interested in them really ever until De'Aaron Fox is. I mean, he's their best player by far, in my opinion. And the last scrimmage, I was like, damn, I wish I would known Fox wasn't playing. I definitely would have. I don't care if it's a scrimmage, Fox ain't playing. I'm going against them boys, and you would have cashed out. You know what I'm saying? But enough of that with nothing. What is the total? I mean, what is that? Oh, I say J Money. Wow, man, where y'all getting these lines? If you play some books have them up quicker. What do you guys have that Bucks and Kings line? Just in case Bucks with or without Giannis should be a lock. Another D team. I can dig it. I can dig it. None for me on that one. I wasn't looking at that one last night, man. Let's get to this Heat and Jazz, Junior. Let's get to this Heat and Jazz. My guy's team. Well, he say it might not be his team anymore, but I'm gonna tell you this, man. I mean, I just think the Jazz are a fade, and then it's pretty much that damn simple. I mean, if Donovan Mitchell has to tell Mike Conley, hey, look, I know you might think that, you know what I'm saying, Boban might be out or Bogdanovich might be out there. I know you think you might feel him over there or whatever, but he's not there. Like, bro, if you have to tell him that he's not there, something's going on, man. The Suns came right out there and smacked him right out the gate. And the Suns, I mean, I'm not saying that they're bad or they're terrible, but they're not better than the Heat. I think the Heat smack them boys up, man. As long as, you know what I'm saying, there's no major injuries. This is a scrimmage, so you got to see right before the game who they're going to actually start. You know what I'm saying? I think Bam is going to – I think Bam – so, look, I think Bam, and there was one more player, Bam and Nunn. They was out. And if I ain't mistaken, They back in, and that's a huge difference. It's a big difference. Somebody says some Jazz -1 have Jazz favorite. The Jazz better not be no damn -1. I'm telling you that right now, scrimmage or not, I'm taking the Heat. I'm telling you, they could sit Jimmy Butler or something. And if none and Bam Adebayo come back and Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, you know what I'm saying, all these guys, Olynyk, the Jazz don't have enough for that. They got some defense, but that's about it. The offense is not there. They're going to miss Bogdanovich too much, Junior. I know I said it, but what you think, brother?
Listen, Jay, I've repeated this so many times. I don't bet on exhibition games, preseason games, scrimmages, whatever the hell you want to call it. But if the Jazz are -1, I'm gonna have that I'm gonna have the Heat in my pocket, like our guy Teddy Covers be saying.
No.
On some real shit, like you can't.
I was thinking it was gonna be Heat -3, somewhere around there. So
yeah, nah.
Maybe they could know some. Maybe, you know what I'm saying. Like I say, if from my understanding, from my readings, Adebayo and none back for sure. Only thing I can think maybe Jimmy Butler's, because look, they won the first game, right? So they ain't really just.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about the Heat. The Heat are secretly one of the deepest teams in the NBA. Now, are there 10 rotation guys amazing? Not really, but they're good. They're professionals. They can get buckets. I mean, you could get Duncan Robinson could give you 5-6 threes. You could get Olynyk could get hot. Tyler Hero could get hot. Kendrick Nunn's back. Bam Adebayo's back. Like, what do the Jazz have going on exactly? Not to say that the Jazz can't win this game. I'm not saying that at all. The Jazz got a lot of pride. They play hard. Their coach is one of the most hard-nosed coaches in the NBA. I get that, but I'm just talking about we're just seeing what we saw with our own eyes. The Jazz came out against the Suns, who are probably the worst team that's coming back in the restart other than Brooklyn. And they look like they had no chance against the Suns. None. Bro. Because I went back and watched that. They looked.
It was scary, bro.
They could not score against a team that doesn't even really play defense.
It was scary, bro.
Yeah,
scary.
I actually, Jay, on the real though, I hope the Jazz don't look worse because I want to fade them in the regular season.
Exactly. Hey, the first game, big. Honestly, I wish Zion didn't come back, bro. I wish he come back because I think that even the other Pelicans team would have smacked the Jazz. Zion's gonna come back long as nothing happened. This little 4 days quarantine, he'll be back by opening day. Opening day, bro. I'm talking about Pelicans, man. I'm
faded. I'm in the fading the Jazz business.
I'll tell you that. I'm talking about Pellies. When the line opens back up, man, I'm on the Pellies, man.
Yeah.
The pink bird. Well, not the pink birds, but still, I like to have my guy Junior say that. Yeah, the Jazz bench. Yeah, I mean Jordan Clarkson isn't horrible, but he kind of looked disinterested right now, man. He probably won them down.
Hold on, Jay.
What's up? Hold on, Jordan Clarkson's a baller. Don't start that.
But don't do that. But you can't let that slide. If I'm telling you, or we're telling the audience, the Jazz look like a fade team. And your response to that is, oh, but they got Jordan Clarkson. Man, he's saying that their bench is terrible, which he's right. He's right. Their bench is terrible. But I'm just saying Jordan Clarkson can come off their bench and be the leading scorer. That's something I'm saying. We've seen it when he's engaged. I mean, because you have to remember, even when he was with the Lakers as a rookie, I mean, Clarkson is a baller. He's a baller. It's just he's one of them where you have to bring it out and like you have to piss him off. He's not 24/7 a baller. You see him out there shotgun and beer stuff. He's a young guy. Sometimes them boys they get their mind being on other stuff, and some of them young guys, like I say, I think the mind's gonna start tripping out on them after a while, being isolated, being by all these dudes. You know what I'm saying? Not being able to go party, doing do with all those stuff they want to that they used to in their free time. Don't get it twisted. Carson's a baller. He might not be every game, but he can come out and have 30 on any given night, man. I have to give credit where credit's due, but they don't have enough scoring. But we already said it. They're gonna miss Bogdanovich too much, man. It's that simple. Hey Jay, so this is just another example of how bad the Jazz look. Somebody in the comments is like, yo, fade the Jazz, they're old. Dog, the Jazz are not old. This is not 1998. Who on the Jazz is old? Gobert's 27, Donovan Mitchell's 23, Bogdanovich is 30. You know what I'm saying? Like Conley's 32, Clarkson's 20. They just look old because of the way they play. So that just lets you know that the Jazz are just a fade team right now because people in the comments thinking these guys are old. They're not old. They just look old.
Now Ingles does look like somebody uncle or grandpa or something out there. Ingles don't even look now. Ingles don't even like he played bad. Say, bro, I seen him at Walmart. Say he told he's in NBA. I would tell him he's lying, bro. We can go play right now, and I'll beat your ass, bro. You work here at Walmart. Oh, man, let's get.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. We'll keep this PG. We're gonna keep this PG.
Ingles, come on, man. You look like somebody grandpa. You look like somebody uncle out there, man. Come on, bro. Like you should be surfing somewhere or something.
Yeah, he looks like he teaches third period. He looks
somebody
like he teaches
not even the regular
physics.
teacher, the substitute teacher at that, bro. Family substitute. We ain't even listening to you, bro. Hey, we watching a movie today. When he walk in, what's called? Now let's get to the next game, man. We got the Nets versus the Spurs, man. Another one I'm looking at, man. I mean, I know we so Jamal Crawford not gonna play in this one, and Dante Hall's not gonna play. We need to. I know Joe Harris didn't play in the first one, and who else didn't play? It was Joe Harris, and there was one more player that didn't play. But still, Karis LeVert, the best player that's left on the team so far, he looked on the injury. He only had 10 points last game. Missing Dinwiddie, obviously no Kyrie out there, no Torian Prince. Boys missing like 4 players that are starting lineup, man. It's tough for the Nets right now. It's gonna be. Do y'all have a Spurs line for me, please? So somebody tell me that, because this is 2-on-1 teams, but I think Spurs get the win today. I think so. It'll be. Patty Mills played in the last game, and in that first quarter, they was tied with the Bucks. I mean, they kind of showed me the first half. They was only down by 6. It was that second half where they got their smashed, but they hung in there tough real quick. The Nets. Where's the scoring going to come from, Junior? Where is it going to come from? Nets Spurs look like a G League game. Yeah, Spurs got more. Technically, they got more. But it was Justin Anderson who that's who it was. Justin Anderson, he's not nothing big, but I mean, he's another player out there. The Nets need everybody, Junior. What you think on this one, Nets and Spurs, brother?
I don't think too much. I think these are two teams that are going to be home pretty soon. Yeah, I think these are two teams that have their summer vacations already planned. I think that the Spurs young guys getting them some reps will probably be important for Coach Popovich. As far as the Nets are going, the Nets hate this restart of the NBA season more than anybody could possibly imagine. They don't want no parts of this. They're just going to be going through the motions. So if you're thinking about putting money on this, you need to get your temperature checked. But if you insist on doing it, it's got to be Spurs or nothing, because you can't invest money on the Nets right now. Like,
exactly. Yeah, I don't think you need to get your temperature checked. I think the Nets are a damn fade, bro. The Nets. So you look at the Jazz, they can't score, but they can play defense. The Nets, they can't score. Jared Allen's a good defender. Most of the time when they're interested, they don't care right now, bro. And they're not playing defense, and they can't score for shit. Bro, they had 68 points against the Pelicans, bro. I mean, the Pelicans, they're trying to focus on defense a little bit, but they are not a defense. I'm telling you, Gentry doesn't even practice defense. The defense he practices, let them score and get the ball out the basket and go push it up and down the court. That's their defense. They only had 68 against them, got smacked by 31. I mean, I know the Pelicans story. I just think the Spurs, so my guy say Spurs 3.5, and I wouldn't be looking at the Nets, my guy. There's just no way. There's no way, in my opinion. I think the Spurs going to smack them up. Spurs in the Heat, if I was going to take a couple games today, man. We got one more, Junior. Clippers versus the Wizards. No, it's 2 more. Clippers versus Wizards, and Denver, the Nuggets versus the Pelicanos. Hey, my man. The Clippers, man, the boys, no Lou Williams, which is obviously he come off the bench, you know what I'm saying, averaging team high down there. They're going to have George and Leonard pretty much the starters. So no Lou Williams, no Harrell, no Pat Beverly. They still could go out there and do what they want against the Wizards, but we know this is scrimmage. They could, you know what I'm saying, not care much here. Wizards actually could possibly steal one if they keep playing scrappy, even though they don't have many big-name players. Junior, what you think on this one? Clippers gonna smack them with no matter who they have out there?
No, I don't think that at all. I think that during the season, I can't speak for you, but I feel like on this show we kind of undervalued the Wizards in a lot of situations that cost us money. I know I did for sure. I can admit when I'm wrong. I faded the Wizards a lot, and they're a scrappy team, man. They hang around, and that's you know what I'm saying. That's one of those things that seem to translate to that first scrimmage. Like I watched the Wizards first scrimmage. They got a couple of guys back that were injured during the regular season. They play hard for the whole time. Like they got a. I don't even know really what to make of their coach. To be honest, I'm not really sure that he's a good coach. He didn't really convince me in OKC. He doesn't really convince me now, but I know he's not a bad coach. And it seems like he got these guys at the very least. He has this team playing hard, and when you're trying to handicap these scrimmages, who's going to play hard is probably the most important thing that you could really think about. So I don't know what the line is, but I would actually kind of lean towards taking the points with the Wizards just because guys are trying to make the league. Guys are trying to earn a spot. The Clippers, their team is set. They already know what they want, and you know that a lot of their big guns are not going to play. I kind of lean towards the Wizards. I don't know if that makes me crazy, but I don't know what the line is, though. That's the thing. So
I like what Lotus Scalper say. He said, Wizards guys are plans for contracts. And that's the thing that you have to – that's what you have to see in these scrimmages, who are still playing hard. Even though they might not be big names, are they still playing hard? Because they all NBA players. That's one thing I had – I mean, it's one thing when you first start betting, you forget. You're like, all these players, NBA players, they all made it to this level. They're good basketball players. They could, you know what I'm saying? They can ball. So they might not have a big name, but that doesn't mean they can't ball. Because y'all don't know me. I ain't never seen me out there. But hey, yeah, that's a whole nother conversation, man.
Hold on. I want to know, Jerry, in the chat, you got some inside info because you're saying the Clippers are a lock?
Against the Wizards, they are a lock, trust me.
How could any team in a preseason scrimmage game be a lock? I'm really interested in, and Jerry, I'm not saying this to disrespect you, my guy. You got information. Share that, bro.
Right. Yeah. Jerry, he just saying if you got some inside info, let us know. You dig what I'm saying?
You know, sprinkle a couple crumbs our way.
Yeah, let me know because I'm mentioning too. Say fade Lakers, they look a little
old.
Jerry
Jerry getting mad. He said that don't take the Wizards.
Yeah,
Jerry, not talking to me, Jerry.
Come on, Jerry. We're just trying to
sharing is caring, my guy.
We're just trying to get on the right side. Well, I'm not betting the game. I just want to know who to be rooting for. You dig what I'm saying? 77 figures say fade the Lakers look a little old. Almighty Afghan say, I like that name too, man. Lakers and Bucks to cover the spreads, Jay. The Afghan be there threats too, boy. Yeah, sir. Trust your captain and pick your spots. Exactly, Lucky Luciano. Exactly. I like to see that, man. We got one more game. Like I say, be interesting to see who plays. We know who's gonna be playing for the Wizards. Be interesting to see who plays for the Clippers, or if they care about this game or not. One last game, man. Two teams that went 1-0 on their first games. We got the Nuggets that threw out there the super big lineup. Then we got the Pelicans. In my opinion, this is probably one of the better games to watch. One of the, I guess, more toss-up of games, you know what I'm saying, of the day. You got, I'm not going to say the Nuggets are just a good team, but put like this. When you got Bol out there balling like that, I mean, playing the way they playing, Jamal Murray probably will play this game. It'll be a good matchup. I know a lot of people not really a fan of the Nuggets. I do like their team. I don't like how they get down, you know what I'm saying, on themselves, how they can not play up to their potential at times. But I really do think when they really can play their best game, I think that they can stay in the game with anybody in the league, in my opinion. You just don't always see it. So you have to pick your spots with the Magic. The motivation isn't always there. They almost pissed away versus the Wizards, but they end up getting it done some late threes. The Nuggets are a pretty deep team, man. So we're gonna see them match up against a very good offensive team against the Pelicans today. So in my opinion, it's gonna be a damn good game to watch. I won't have anything for sure. I know for a fact on this one, it's just gonna be glued down watching this one. What you think we're gonna see in this one? Junior Pelicans gonna score at will here. You think the Nuggets big man lineup gonna do some damage here?
I feel like this is the hardest game to cap of the day. So I'm not really gonna. Unfortunately, I don't have a side. Like I just don't. This is the only game I'm interested in watching. If anything, I'm just gonna watch this game and try to get as much information from it as possible because let's just be clear. Yeah, the internet tends to hype people up and all that. Do I think Bobo was talented? Yeah, when Bobo was in high school, they were talking about him like a future star. Obviously, his dad is the tallest player in NBA history, but he's a different kind of player. He could block shots. go coast to coast, pull up, shoot threes. Here's the problem. If you're paying attention to how Mike Malone coaches, Mike Malone don't care about one good game. As Michael Porter Jr., Michael Porter Jr. will ball out and then get no minutes like the next game. So for Mike Malone, I was getting to that. For Mike Malone, you got to show what you know what I'm saying. You got to show consistency. If you don't have any kind of consistency, Mike Malone is not going to play you. Michael Porter Jr. is the guy that I want to focus on because I think Michael Porter Jr. People act like this guy wasn't the best player in the country coming out of high school, and the only reason that he wasn't the number one pick is because he hurt his back. Now, obviously, a back injury is a big deal, but if you could get Michael Porter Jr. healthy now, you're talking about a lottery pick that you should not have had thrown into a squad that struggles to score. Because if the one thing that he does is he's a bucket getter. He's a walking bucket. He can shoot threes, post up, drive to the basket, get fouled. They got to get Michael Porter Jr. some reps, my guy. What do you think about that?
Oh, for sure. And he's playing. From everything I'm saying, Michael Porter Jr. is playing. He's a problem. And honestly, the Pelicans aren't really a big team. I mean, outside of their favors, Jahlil Okafor, who are really not just, towering centers at that already. Jahlil Okafor really is a power forward. You want to be honest, you know what I'm saying? He punked Jared Allen like it wasn't nothing. And you know what I'm saying, made him probably want to go cut his hair. But, he punked him like it wasn't nothing. I'm still on that. Oh, my God, Allen just put his head down. I'm going to go cut my hair, man. I'm going to get a lineup or something. No, but, the Nuggets, they can throw a lot of different type of lineup. This is a game where the Nuggets have a lot more bigs, but they may not have the guards to keep up with. It's going to be real intriguing. I can't wait to watch this game. I'm definitely watching the Lakers and Magic. I see Lakers on Bovada here officially. Lakers 5.5. So if it was 6.5, it went down. Lakers 5.5. I don't see the total, and I'm seeing Bucks -9. So and Bucks -9. So yeah, I guess Fox is definitely not playing. Definitely not playing again. Jay, I'm taking +14.5 New York Liberty WNBA. I can dig it. +14.5. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. I gotta look into that. That game finna start too in a few minutes, man. Yeah, we finna go and get off here. Y'all know, man, we're gonna be back on Monday and Tuesday. Won't be a show on Wednesday next week for sure because we doing it won't be any scrimmages day before. We gotta get ready for Thursday. Hopefully everything be right and we, you know what I'm saying, max something out on Thursday, man. Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Toronto, but I'm gonna be ready to go.
Let's do it. Where you at now?
I'm in Montreal.
Oh, okay. So you still in Canada. Okay. My guy 77 figures say fade the Lakers, pound the Bucks. That's what he say, my guy. So y'all know what's up, man.
I'm headed stateside pretty soon, Jay. I might have to come holler at you. I don't know what's popping in Dallas, but I'm gonna be back stateside. Even though I'm in Canada, my house is like 40 minutes from the border. It's not like I live, you know what I mean? Like I live right there. I'm gonna be stateside. I'm gonna give you a shot. We'll talk later anyway.
Yeah, hit me up for sure, bro. I'm out here, man. Link me up. I'll meet you somewhere, man. But y'all know what's up. Visit SBR Sports, SBRpicks.com, or click the link in the description, man. Hit the like button if y'all like the content, man. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Go and follow me on Twitter. Follow my guy Junior on Twitter as well, man. Y'all come back and holler at us on Monday. I think we're gonna have Teddy with us on Monday. What's up, Junior?
No, I was gonna say that somebody in the chat said, "What's our pick for the last game?" I don't think we actually gave a pick. I just think that game is too close to call, so I'm off it. That's why I kind of said that in the beginning. I don't have a side.
He wants to know our picks for today, and my unofficial picks. These are just scrimmages, so I'm not even telling you guys to go bet on this. But my unofficial picks today would be the Heat today. Like I said, I don't even have official lines. Mine would be the Spurs, 3.5, and the Heat. I guess you say +1 over the Jazz. That probably won't stand though. The Heat probably be close like -2 or something in that game. But I think I'm basically faded the Jazz, faded the Nets, man. Yeah, my picks. We appreciate you guys, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to Jammin with J Money, man. We'll holler at y'all.